Well, here we go. It's the moment I never thought we'd have. We have finally got our very first job interview at West Bromwich Albion. Hello, welcome to Club 1, part 55 of the Global Explorer. Coming up in today's episode, I don't think we're going to be playing any matches as Weston-Super-Mare manager. I think we're very much set in the sight of getting a new job, because that's where we are at the point of this save, because we've won one game since the last episode. That's how far we've come. We beat Dagenham and Redbridge 3-1. The goals coming from Tom Kane, Simon Mangel, and Amelia Ballard Matthews. Which, I mean, leave while the form is positive, then then the new manager can deal with this situation when he whoever gets appointed. I hope it's like Gary Calder or something, but I highly doubt it. But we are 21st. If we can leave them a little bit higher, that'd be good. But we're gonna get straight into our first or only job interview in the episode. Obviously, then we'll take a look at other jobs after we've attended this interview. We won't tell the West Brom owner that we're going to apply for more jobs after attending this. So, welcome, Jack. This is Mark Miles, the managing director. Who's the owner then? Who's the owner? You're the managing director. Is there no owner of West Brom, or is it fan owned? It's not fan owned, is it? Or are they under a takeover? So, welcome, Jack. We're glad you've come along to discuss our plans for the club's vision should we decide to hire you. Are we really discussing the club vision first? You have so far only managed one team throughout your entire career. Is this a good or a bad thing? Well, considering I spent 5 years in the National South and didn't leave then, I consider it a very good thing. I show tremendous loyalty. It would be quite a big change for you if you were to leave your current job to come here. Are you confident of handling such a big jump? Yeah, I mean, you've got better players, I presume, than us, so I think it should be fairly simple. You've been in your current post for a long time, yeah, too right. Why have you decided to leave now? Let's take a look at the options. If nothing else, this demonstrates my tremendous loyalty. Yeah, that's a potential one. I think most people would agree I've done a good job here. I've put a lot of work and have been suitably rewarded. Yeah, I've done a lot of work. I spent 5 years in the National South, then 2 promotions on the bounce. If that's not hard work, I don't know what is. I think you should recognise the value of a manager winning. That seems like a wrong move. I've been waiting for the right opportunity to move on. That seems a bit bad, that is, because it feels like I'm saying that I've been waiting to move on for absolutely ages. I think we're just it demonstrates my tremendous loyalty. Can you explain why you appear to be in the running for a few jobs? I'm not. This is my first interview. I'm just considering my options, because that's what you have to do when you're a manager. Consider your options. Would you agree that your handling of the media has been mediocre at best? Too right, yeah. I'm the media should. I'm willing to do the media if that makes you happy. Are you willing to assure us that you do a better job of making a good dressing room atmosphere here than pre? Yeah, I think I don't recall any problems with Weston-Super-Mare, so I don't think I'd have any problems. Can you tell me why you're the right candidate for a team fighting relegation? Well, we've never been in a relegation battle apart from this season. It's not really even a relegation battle yet. Motivated. I'm all about the motivation. How do you feel about working with our current director of football, Ian Pearce? Is he better than our one? Probably. So I'll be happy to work with him. Should you be hired, just avoid relegation. The 23rd, and I think the bottom 3 teams get relegated. I think they're 5 points from safety. So yeah, I think that's a fair target. I'm not going to go mid-table because that's absolutely bonkers. A transfer budget of 1.16 million, potentially more depending on what happens in the transfer window. That is very, very good. A proposed wage budget, 544,000. I swear, I remember looking at this for our one. I think we're paying like 40,000, so that's a considerable bigger enough budget than ours. Do you have anything else to request? Not really. Don't think I've got anything else in terms of regrets. Let's take a look at jobs. Obviously, should that one not be available, obviously Sion we tried, Bolton we actually applied but got rejected. Aruka we tried, West Brom we just got an interview. Aberdeen, see Aberdeen wouldn't be a bad one because they're a decent. I'd say a decent team, albeit they are 11th, but it is the Scottish League. There's only like two decent teams. Greenock Morton up there. I don't know how they're up there because they're a bunch of nobody. So I think we could probably do. I think Scotland would be an interesting one because I don't think we've ever managed in Scotland before. Obviously, QPR, I think we might have done QPR, but they are in actually a better position. And in terms of a wage bill, very good. So I think we probably do QPR. HNK Gorica. So that's obviously it's in Croatia. I don't know what they're doing. They're ninth in a team of a league of 10. So and it's an easy route into Europe. Whereas obviously West Brom, if we want to get into Europe, we're talking at least 2 or 3 seasons. But HNK Gorica, we can get into Europe next season or this season if we go there. I think just purely for the fact I do want to experiment in European leagues, I think I'll go in. I'll apply for Gorica. I think that'd probably be it in terms of we've got Bohemians in the Irish League. I don't really want to go to the Irish League because it doesn't run on the same timeline as the. Did they have they qualified for Europe? That's what I want to know. Don't think so. So that would have been a big drawing point if we did go. Actually, they won the Senior Challenge Cup final. Well, hang on, this might change my plan entirely. No, that's final. That's what we want to look at. Winner qualifies for the Champions League semi. Oh, I tell you what, Bohemia. I know it's a quick way into Europe, but I'd say we have to go for it. I'd say we have to. Oh no, we can't apply for a job because I think they've already closed. But we'll just leave it as those three there for now. But Aberdeen, QPR, and Gorica, and obviously we've had the West Brom job interview. So I think we'll leave it at that. We'll probably come back. I'll probably have a few updates with Weston-Super-Mare. So I'll come back when we have our next interview or when we have an update from West Brom. Well, we have played one football game, and that was a 2-2 draw against Crewe, but that's not the main focus now. Our main focus is that West Brom have approached me. We also have job interviews at Aberdeen at Gorica, so West Brom are offering me 3.4k a week. So I think probably what we're going to do is delay for 1 week just until we can get the interviews done and out of the way. So they're offering me 3.4k a week. That's the bottom line. Obviously, we're being paid. What we're being paid? At 1k a week for Weston-Super-Mare. So it's a considerable pay rise, but we are going to delay that just for 1 week, just to see, just to basically see if what Aberdeen and Gorica offer me, should I obviously get their jobs. Obviously, I might not, but we will attend the interview. Yeah, I think loyalty is a big thing. I think I'm pretty much just going to answer with the same sort of answers. It would be quite a change for you if you were to leave your current job to come here. I'm ambitious. I deserve an opportunity. I'm ambitious. I want to work at the very highest level. Just considering my options, media. I think I've been fine with it. I haven't really spoken to the media a lot, but I'll give it a go. See how I do with it. If I'm rubbish at it, I'll just get my assistant manager to go. The club will be looking for competition expectations. I've got a good record when it comes to meeting them. Our previous manager didn't enjoy the best of relationships with the supporters. That's a bit of rubbish, that is, because I feel like if you're a manager, you need to have a good relationship with your fans. Otherwise, you're just not going to succeed. I do try to forge a strong bond with the supporters wherever I go. We don't want a repeat of our last manager, who we had to part company with earlier than expected. That's partly your fault from hiring such a rubbish manager. Are you going to be around for a while? I don't know. Obviously, if we win the Champions League with you, then I'm gone. We're not going to win the Champions League with Aberdeen, but you never know. I have a proven track record. I mean, I've been at Weston-Super-Mare for what is my 8th season, I think. So I've been there for quite a while. Yep, I'm definitely a motivator. Les Ferdinand, yep, happy to work with him. I think West Ham legends. I think Les Ferdinand, or that might be Anton Ferdinand. I think they all play for West Ham. Les, Anton, and Rio, but all play for the Mighty Hammers. Should you be higher, the expectation is for the club to avoid relegation. So I think that's the same for West Brom. So I think that's completely fine. Transfer budget of 61k. That's a bit. I'm gonna need a much larger transfer budget if that's gonna. I mean, it's Scotland, so see, I was hoping there'd be a little bit more, but it's Scotland. There's not a lot of money in Scotland. We'll go with a larger transfer budget. Wage budget of 140. That's considerably smaller than West Brom. I think I'm going to need a much bigger budget. Are there any other requests? No, just apart from the bigger budgets. That's all from me. Hello, Gorica. Who is the Aberdeen owner? Alan Burrows. Who's Gorica? Gorica speaker. President. Vatran Babic. You speak very good English, sir. I must admit that myself, but I'm just reading it. Welcome, Jack. We're very excited to speak to you. I'm not gonna lie. I don't understand a single word you're saying, but I'll go roll with it. We would like to discuss our plans for the club situation and get your views on them. I'm very happy. Let's get started. Are you worried about not able to speak the language? To be honest, don't know what language you speak in Croatia. Is it Croatian? Is it French? Is it Italian? It could be anything. I think it's a relatively. I think I can pick up the pieces fairly quickly. I presume you can speak English as well, because I think most people learn English when they're in school in foreign countries, I hope. Can you ease our concerns that you've never previously managed in this country? That's what I'm applying for the job for. I want to challenge. My standard in the game should be more important in your decision making than whether I'm managing this. That's completely fine. Football is football. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, it's all football. Do you think it's a positive or negative thing that you have thus far managed just one team? No, I've shown tremendous loyalty and no other team has given me a chance. Can you offer us any assurances that you've got what it takes to make the jump to managing a club as big as ours? I mean, you're literally in a relegation scrap in a league of 12 teams, so I think I'm ready for the step up. You've been in your current pay. We've spoken about this already. I've shown tremendous loyalty. Can you explain why yeah, but just exploring my options. That's what you got to do to try and get a job. Would you agree that your handling of the media has been mediocre? Yes, I'm willing to improve at that. Yeah, I can maintain a strong dressing room atmosphere. As long as we get the wins, that will be fine. Are you the right manager to lift us from our solid platform and take us to the next level? I mean, it's a Croatian league. There's probably about one decent team, I would say. That's probably Dynamo Zagreb. Maybe I'd throw Split in that category. Obviously, we did that save with Harduk Split a few FMs ago. I think it was FM 24. I want to maybe FM23. We did that save with Split, and it was quite a decent save. Don't think we won the Champions League, but hopefully we can win the Champions League with HNK Gorica. Yeah, I think I can. I know I can get the job done. If hired, we would expect you to finish mid-table. That's completely fine for this season. Transfer budget 1.37 million. And actually, that's more than I anticipated. So, I think that's very fair. The proposed wage budget of one. You know what? I'm fine with that. As long as we have a big transfer budget, I'm happy with that wage budget. And we're in Croatia. They're not going to ask for stupid amounts of money unless we sign like a Golo Kante if he's still playing. Do I have any other requests? Not really. No, until I see the training facilities, I can't really moan. That worthy set for the Aberdeen job. That's quick. West Brom have agreed to delay, so we've got 1 week to see if Aberdeen and Gorica both offer me a job. Rodder, I mean, you're not really any of my business now because I think we are pretty much set to leave Weston-Super-Mare, whether that be to West Brom, Aberdeen, Gorica. I guess we'll find out next. HNK Gorica have offered me a contract, but the slight downside is they are offering me 1.9k a week. Good transfer budget. Our wage budget is pretty decent, but yeah, the wages I'm not too happy about. If we can get them around the 4k mark, which I don't think is going to be possible. No, we're not going Gorica. Definitely not going Gorica. Gorica are the talks are broken down with Gorica. Yeah, they gave up on me. They knew they weren't gonna fight a winning battle against. Yeah, that's a shame because I think that would have been a interesting move, but the wages, yeah, just didn't add up. When was the West Brom? When did we delay West Brom? What do you want? What can I do with you? I mean, this is none of my problem, but yeah, you don't want to leave. Stop being such a big baby. But obviously now that Gorica, the talks have broken down. So I say the next stop is probably the West Brom, or maybe Aberdeen. I doubt we're gonna go to Aberdeen. I very much think we're gonna be joining West Brom, but we'll see what happens. Yes, I remember Aberdeen. Yes, we might have been a little bit too cocky, I want to say, but the interview was unsuccessful. The board were unwilling to accept the following changes that you proposed in your interview. League expectations? What? League expectation? Well, I agreed to them. And wage budget. I'm fairly sure it's transfer budget and the wage budget. League expectations. I don't know what that was all about, but we failed the interview at Aberdeen, so I guess we go West Brom, which I don't know. I don't know what they are up to in the championship. I guess we can take a quick look. Are they? They're only for their 4 points from safety, obviously halfway through the season, so it's not too bad. I guess we can take a look at their squad. I think they do have a lot of. They've got some decent players. I wouldn't know who's decent and who's not, but they've got Sean's Longstaff. They've got a lot of players, a lot of unregistered players, which doesn't fill me with great confidence. I presume they are all rubbish and need just offloading, I would think. But yeah, they're actually all. I mean, we've got Jaden Anthony. He's a great player. He's a decent, 33 years old, but looks like he could be a decent player for the championship. He actually did all right for them last year. He's at Burnley in real life, but I think he's doing quite well. Don't know how he's doing, but they've also got Patson Daka, Callum Stars, all decent players, but it's an aging squad. That's what I do realise. There's not many players under the age. There's not any players under the age of 20. That is a big shock. In terms of the highest value player, Zach Abbott is their highest value player. He is listed. This player has been listed, feels he may need to be sold to ease FFP issues. That's not a great sight to see, but we'll persevere with it. Obviously, if anything else changes, I don't think much else is going to change. When did we delay the move? I feel like it must have been recently, so when did we delay it? Because it can't have been that long ago. West Brom. When did we delay? 13th. So we've only got a few days left before they come in through another offer. So I think we're very much going to be joining West Brom. So yeah, I think Warsaw, we're not going to bother playing Warsaw on camera. So the next thing you'll see me is signing our first contract with West Brom. So before we do go ahead and sign our first ever contract with West Brom, plus leaving Weston-Super-Mare in the process. I do just want to take a look at one thing. I want to know if I'm an icon at Weston-Super-Mare. I don't think I am, but we can have a look if I can find it. I found it a minute ago. Is it club info? Here we go. Legends and icons. I don't think I've ever actually been on this page before. What were our rivalries? We didn't have any rivalries. Taunton and Bath City were our rivals. Other rivals Cleveland, but legends and icons. I don't think we have anyone on here that'll play for us. But not in this database anyway. But icons, I'm an icon. Absolutely, I'm a living legend. I am a living legend for Weston-Super-Mare. Jacob Jagger Kane was also an icon. He was with us in the first season. So was Jason Pope. Scott Bartlett, never heard of him. Luke Purnell, never heard of him. Who's on favourite personnel? Morgan Bates, Ollie Andrews, followed by Tristan Plummer, never heard of him. Scott Laird, Southwest icon, played with him in a charity match a few years ago. Did make a video of that. That is still on the channel alongside Craig Laird and Frank Grieger. So I'm very happy to be an icon. Absolutely. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. We're moving from Weston-Super-Mare, who we do leave them in 22nd. 3 points above the relegation zone, but I think it's just too big of a risk to finish off the season with Weston-Super-Mare. So let's sign. Well, actually, let's take a look at one last look at the squad. I don't know. I reckon Bannon Matthews. We'll meet him up again. We'll meet up with him in the Championship. I think actually he plays for Wrexham. He's on loan from Wrexham. They're in League One. I thought they were Championship, but I reckon there's a few players that could potentially make the step up into the Championship. So obviously, Bannon Matthews and who's McDonald on loan from Burnley. I just for some reason I thought we had him on loan from West Brom. I guess Simon Maidel can probably won't make the step up into the Championship. I think we're very much looking at the two lone players that can make the step up into the Championship. League One potential. Bannon Matthews got to be Championship. He's not. No one's going to make the step up into the Championship. That's rather disappointing, but I hope they have a very successful future. Obviously, we will check in on them at the end of the season just to see if they do or avoid relegation. But I'm leaving Weston-Super-Mare. We will try and squeeze a little bit more out of West Brom. We'll try and go up to 4K. I think that's probably their limit, I reckon. But we will try. We might be able to get them to agree to it. 4K, I'm moving to West Brom, 4K a week, 2-year contracts, and there you go. Bob is your uncle. I've got a new job. I've got a new job. I'm expecting a bit more fancy graphics, but here we go. This will be in the next episode, so that's where we will currently leave today. I am now the new manager of West Bromwich Albion, where very much like with Weston-Super-Mare in a relegation battle, but 7 points from safety. I think it's doable. Obviously, we are very close to the transfer window, so massive rebuild potentially needed. Obviously, just a quick update on the budgets. 1 million transfer budget, wage budget. It's probably sitting better days, but I think the scouting setup probably far better than it was at Weston-Super-Mare. So that is a very, very good ending. Our time with Weston-Super-Mare has come to an end, but our time with West Bromwich Albion has just begun. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.